La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. So today is a Saturday and my friend Emily and I have booked out the entire studio at our film school to practice some basic lighting setups for our interview assignment that we have next week. And we thought that while we were here, we would shoot some B-roll and show you guys some super sweet basic lighting setups. Before I came to film school, I had absolutely no idea how to light anything. I'd shot weddings mainly, and that just, for the most part, involved using natural light. So everything that I'm going to show you today, whether it be the theory about why we light a certain way to achieve certain things, or the technical aspect of how to actually do that and achieve a certain look, is what I have learned so far at film school. So here is the point in the vlog where I'd like to include a little bit about the importance of being able to problem solve on set. So basically Emily and I arrived here and we're going along our merry way, setting things up, and then we realize we have no extension leads and no double adapters to plug the lights in. And then I realized that my battery for my Zoom recorder, which I'm using to record everything right now, is basically dead. We eventually decide that Emily is going to go home to her house, fetch an extension lead, and then I am going to go to the garden center and buy a whole bunch of double adapters and some batteries. And that little excursion took a good 40 to 50 minutes. Now I'm just waiting for Emily to get back and then we will get on with the lighting.
One eternity later.
Oh my gosh, do you have it? You have the extension cable! Hold up! It's me from the future, and before we continue with all the lighting stuff, I need to give you a few definitions so you know what the heck I'm talking about. First of all, there are two main different styles of lighting. There is high-key lighting. It is very soft, it is very diffused, it is low contrast, there are a few shadows, it is overall very flat. Then there is low-key lighting. And like high-key, it is high contrast, it is direct, it is sometimes harsh, and often dark. Low-key lighting also has a much more intense fall-off than high-key lighting. And if you're wondering what fall-off is, it is basically just a term describing the contrast in brightness between the light and shadow sides of an object. It also often refers to the rate, speed, or intensity of the drop between light and shadow in an image. Now that we've gotten that out the way, we can go back and I can show you examples of each type of lighting. To the past! Okay, so this is like a basic 3-point lighting system. We've got our key light over there, which is our main source of light. And behind me over here, we have a backlight. The backlight is just to kind of separate me from the white background a bit. Normally we would have a full light around about there, but we didn't have enough cables for all of our lights, so we're using a white polyboard to reflect and bounce the light from the key onto my face here so the shadows aren't so harsh. This is an example of backlighting. Essentially there is a light directly behind my head providing that halo that is appearing in my hair. Backlighting is an incredibly emotive lighting style, especially when it is used as the sole source of light in a scene. It is a favorite of director Steven Spielberg and his usual DP collaborator Janusz Kaminski. Just to further illustrate my point, here's a handful of examples of backlighting being used to light an actor or actress in Arrival. This is an example of a kick or rim light. This look can be easily achieved by simply moving a backlight slightly to the side while still keeping it behind the person so it subtly wraps around them,
providing some shape to their otherwise mostly dark form. Again, here are some examples of a kick light being used in Arrival. You can see in the first picture that the light just catches Amy Adams' hair, shoulder, and the side of her cheek, while in the second it's used more in the way of motivated light as if it were coming from the lamp in the bottom left corner of the frame, just catching her forehead and eyes and down her cheek. Here is an example of a side light. This can be done by moving a key light source directly to the side of a person and directing its bondles until you achieve a practically solid split of light and shadow down the middle of their face. It is a very dramatic type of lighting, often used to convey a sense of foreboding. In this shot of Amy Adams in Arrival, I believe this choice of lighting was being used to convey how torn she was about accepting the military's request for assistance following her previous experience with them. In these two following shots, it appears to be a matter of choosing the appropriate lighting for the scene, considering the glare from the computer monitors.
So this is a classic example of very dramatic Rembrandt lighting. I've got one light over here about 45 degrees from the camera. And how you can tell that it's Rembrandt lighting is there's like a little triangle of light over here on my face. That's always a good indicator.
Rembrandt lighting is very frequently used in film due to its flattering nature. However, it isn't always as obvious or as dramatic as I have shown it in my examples, as you can see here by these two shots that I've grabbed from Arrival. Short side lighting can be achieved by placing the light to hit the narrower side of the subject's face. It is high contrast, full of depth, and tends to be slimming. Thus it is a very common choice in film, as demonstrated by these two shots in Arrival. Broadside lighting is the opposite of short side, created by positioning the key to illuminate the wider side of the face. It is a slightly less common choice as it lacks the immediate drama of the short side style and tends to round a subject. Nonetheless, it is used as shown with these shots of Jeremy Renner's fabulous face.
Okay, so we just finished up here. Eventually, it took us, gosh, we've nearly been here from like what, 8? Yeah, I've been here from 8:30 and it is now like 1 o'clock. And that's how long it took us to get everything done. I hope that you learned something. Most importantly, bring extension leads and your own plugs, right?
This is where she's gonna put in the song Be Prepared from what musical is that?
I don't know what musical that is. I'm doing this on my phone because I forgot that I needed to do an outro and I packed away the tripod and all my gear and I'm now too lazy to bring it out again. So yeah, anyway, that's it, I'm done. All right, bye. Basic ass. I may even redo that at home. Hey guys, just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope that you were edutained. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know to make more content like this. If you want to be a little creeper and spy on what I do in my daily life, you can check out my Instagram, which I will have linked in the description box. And until next time, cheers.